Today is Jackie Blue's biggest day in 47 years. Is that right?
Right on that.
It's a big day for Jackie Blue. We plan to bolt the engine to the transmission and put everything into the bus today. We have a customer's car on the lift, so we can't use the lift, so we'll just roll it out here a little bit. I have a few things. The gear reduction box on that side needs to be assembled still and everything, but I think we're just going to skip over that so we feel like we got something huge done today. We're putting the throw-out bearing into the transmission now. It's there was a new one here, but somehow got misplaced. But we won't talk about that, will we, Christine?
No, we'll skip over that.
This one, when we first started to spin it, it seemed like it was pretty rough, but I was able to drip some lube down in it, and it seems pretty good. To be honest, a lot of the stuff that comes in these kits that you get recently, the whole thing, a lot of it's plastic, and I don't really like using them anyway, so this bearing's probably as good as what we were going to put in it anyway. The reason that we have the transmission out and I have to take it apart is this is the ring gear bolt. This is one of the ring gear bolts. It was broken right off. The head was broken off. There's a hole through it for safety wire, and that's the piece of wire that Christine found when she drained the oil last weekend. So we tore it apart, found this, and then we found the rest of these bolts were loose. Like, I took them out with my fingers. Part of the safety wire was still in there, so that's the only reason they were holding together at all. But we wouldn't have made the coast. We wouldn't have made our trip had we not taken this apart. So I'm gonna try to figure out how to get this back in. I think what you do is this hook's behind here. We did put some gasoline in our tank. We had to rebuild the reserve valve. The Volkswagen until 63, was it? Until 63, these buses had a reserve valve on them like a motorcycle does. So you just drive until you're almost out of gas, and then you feel it stumble, you pull the valve, and then you have a gallon left or whatever to get to the gas station. I think we'll probably end up taking a jug of gasoline with us anyway, because, man, sometimes you're out on a road and if this thing gets 20 miles per gallon, we only have 1 gallon left, we might not make it to a gas station. So we'll probably have a gas tank that we just strap up on the roof rack that we're gonna make. Anything else that you want to do for the intro?
No.
She just painted up our old 6-volt starter. The flywheel that goes on that engine, the original engine, was a different tooth count. So you could only use a 6-volt starter with it. And we did a little research again, and people are saying that they've run a 6-volt starter with a 12-volt battery before, and obviously the thing's really going to spin fast. I was concerned with longevity to see if we don't want to burn the starter out, but if we have everything in good shape where it fires up right away, I don't think we're going to have an issue. And if we do, we might try to find another 6-volt starter to take with us. We can't use a 12-volt starter because the tooth count is different and the teeth won't match up. The thing is, an old car, and I'm sure you've seen people push an old car, pop the clutch, and drive away. We can also do that. So we're not that concerned with that starter going bad. If it goes bad, we'll get one ordered and we'll put it in, but we're gonna be all right there. Got some boots that are ordered. We had the wrong boots for the axles. We still need to do the brakes, but I'm gonna do that once the thing is in there and up on the lift. I guess I'll have to put that box at least this far together so we can put a tire on it.
Oh, yeah.
And then that's probably about it. You'll see some time lapse. You'll see some. I'm going to try to make fun of Christine a little bit along the way. So if we get something good, we'll slow that down and show you that. Yeah. Wish us luck. It's going to be a big day. We only have a few hours. We've got a birthday party to attend tonight, so we're trying to get as much done as we can here in the next 3 hours.
Yeah.
So we have a firing order of 1, 4, 3, 2 clockwise, and we know number 1 is right here. As is here, this is number 1. Is that spark plug tight?
Yeah, should be. Unless we loosened them up, but
I may have.
Oh.
No, it's just they just feel loose on there. Well, the other long one's gonna go on that side too, Christine, so you can put that on.
Okay.
So we got 2 short ones, 2 long ones. We got 1, 4 clockwise rotation. 1, 4, 3, 2. Wow, this wire's way too long. One, 4.
If you can grab that other one.
One, 4, 3, 2. You got 2 over there, right?
Yep.
1 and 2 over there? Yep. These must be turned sideways. You got that in the holder too?
Mm-hmm.
Nice work. All right, and then this guy is the coil wire. I'm not sure how it is running there. And then your wire from your distributor goes to the negative side of the coil. So whichever one of these has a negative on it, you have to look up underneath there.
Okay.
You put that on there. open that hole. It'll be the wrong bolt, but it'll be close,
Yeah.
so it doesn't fall down. Oh,
You got it right side?
I have the bolt. Fuck.
No, I ordered it.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Oh, well.
Yeah, it was fair. Yeah, that's the bolt. Without a doubt. That's right. You got, I don't know what it says. I mean, I'm sad for you that you didn't get fucked up this time. Ah, yeah. Yeah, I thought that would be missing, but I'm gonna say that's not true now. I could use one of your excuses and be like, no, that's
Yeah.
not.
Well, you can borrow one of mine.
Okay.
See, what I would say is, no, that's obviously from a different.
Different
Different,
Volkswagen
yeah.
bus.
Yeah.
Jack it up a little bit.
Okay.
Jackie Blue has an engine. Jackie Blue has a transmission. It's a pretty big day. It went pretty well. Our big obstacle, I think, was over here. The axles were hanging down, and we had a hard time getting over these spring plates. But it went all right. Move the shifter around. We have all the gears. It's a little stiff. 3 and 4 seems a little stiff, but there's no lube in the transmission at all. So I'm sure that'll help a lot to get all that stuff lubed up and moving. We have we checked our fuel tank. We put a couple of gallons of fuel in the tank, and it's in there now, and it's not dripping. We're concerned with our reserve valve. Seems fine. I'm not sure how any of this goes together back here because I didn't take it apart. When Christine got the bus, this is about where it was. This is about, I don't think this piece was on. We found that laying beside it. But the bumper and whatever filler panel goes in here, I'm sure we have it. But,
Yeah.
But none of that stuff was on. So that's going to be sort of hard hard to figure out. We'll go online and find pictures and stuff and see which pieces we have. I just pray we have all of the pieces so we don't have to make anything or try to order something in and not know what we're looking for. I think we're not going to be able to fire it up this weekend because, like I said earlier, we don't have any lube in the transmission whatsoever. And you don't want to be spinning the transmission dry. And pretty much as soon as the thing fires up, it's going to start heating those gears up and we're going to be in trouble. So we're just gonna wait, fill that thing up. But we've got wiring we could do tomorrow. We could get it so we crank on the key, and then we have spark and stuff. We can get pretty much all of the wiring done tomorrow, hopefully. We get our probably get our lights back in here even. But yeah, huge day the Volkswagen Saga. This is something else that was interesting. I don't know if we got it on a different video, but this engine is out of a farm equipment, a spray coop. The exhaust was coming out of here and had a tube. I think I have it over here. So it had this exhaust pipe on it. He was onto here and then passed in front of that other tube, right? So you would think, well, they just have a hole cut in there, right? Nope. They had it all smashed down and they were just using it as a mounting point. And then it just came out of here. So I don't know what sort of a exhaust tip we're gonna be able to get. I don't know how high the bumper is or any of that. But I was hoping to get some sort of a turn down or something shiny coming out the back. A little bit, nothing too obnoxious. Man, we should be able to crank it tomorrow. That's the plan. We'll get it cranking and have spark tomorrow. We won't hook up any fuel so it doesn't fire. We don't want to hurt anything.
No.
That's it for today. Solid 2.5 or 3 hours. Thanks for watching. Get ready for a test drive. It's soon.